Yo, 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 yo. Let's get up in here. Let's talk about it, fellas. Let's get up in here and talk about it. But before we get up in here and talk about it, you see the links in the hold up. Let me highlight the links in the chat. Almost forgot that. Um, got the links in the chat. Got to highlight the links in the chat so you guys can see it. If you enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe, fellas. Please like, share, subscribe, and get at me in the Gmail, wellsfargo12 at gmail.com. Get at me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Real Rails FA1. And not only that, fellas, hit the membership button. Um, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on these videos every time I go live, fellas. Hit that notification bell every time I go live. You dig? It's and I know you guys hear some noise outside. It feels good outside. I got the window open. It's blazing with some cool. The air is nice. It's a nice breeze coming through. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that. Um, hit the notification bell, that white bell that's in one of those corners, fellas. Hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I go live. You know what I'm saying? And get that notification bell so you customize all the videos that I come out with. Let's get up here and talk about this game. But before we do that, hit the links, fellas. Get at me in the Patreon. Get at me on Rumble. Get at me in the Cash App and the PayPal. Show love to the show. Hit the Super Chat just as well. 50 cents, a dollar, $2, it don't matter. Show love to the show and let's get that popping. Fellas, let's get it cracking like we do. Your looks will always fail you if you think it's the ultimate game. If you think your looks is the ultimate game, fellas, it's going to always fail you. And I hear this a lot from guys. I've been doing a few consultations, and guys been coming to me talking about prepping their looks, um, getting facials, going to the gym, what I'm saying, getting their bodies together. And nothing's wrong with you wanna, what I'm saying, prep yourself, getting manicured, getting your feet done, your face, your nails, and your hands, and keeping those real clean and keeping your stuff, massages and whatever the case may be, keeping your, what I'm saying, keeping your skin in order. Nothing's wrong with that if you're doing it for you. Nothing's wrong with hitting the gym and staying healthy, fellas, and building on a little bit of muscle mass because that, especially in today's world, fella, we dealing with a whole lot of manpower work out here. A lot of corporations, warehouses, forklifting, heavy lifting, construction, contract construction, all type of things are going on out here, and it's going to be needed for men. You know what I'm saying? Men who actually can go in there and put in that work, and healthy men at that. And you don't want to just do it for that. You want to do it for you, fellas. Age, what I'm saying, reaching a certain age, fellas, is always a wise decision, and it's a blessing from God. I strongly believe in God. I'm not saying I'm in the church and all those things, but it's a blessing from God, fellas, to get your all up out of your life before you have to depart from this earth. So keep your health intact. Nothing's wrong with that. Do these things for you, but when you do it for a bitch, you already failed. Pedro in this motherfucker, the homie Pedro. What's up, the Pedro the New Era? What's up, Casey? Send this to the bodybuilders who, who always think looks as the end all be all. Yeah, share this shit, y'all. Share this shit. Share this shit if I can, man. Share this shit. If I can send it to some bodybuilders, I would, man. But you guys are here. Y'all subscribe to the channel. So whenever you get up in here, fellas, and if you're new to the channel, share this because they really do need to hear it. You know that. And we're gonna dig right into it. We're gonna take the gloves off and get our hands dirty talking about this game right here, fellas. Pedro again, facts, KC. Don't get me started on the metrosexual guys. Oh yeah, the metro guys that stay in the mirror. They like to keep, the eyebrows arched and their beard tapered to a right. I mean to the right length, and it can't be off by a centimeter or a metric inch or whatever. Then they pissed off. They gotta have everything straight. They believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? They believe that shit right there, fellas, is what it is, and it's golden when it's not. A woman, fellas. Let me be honest with you about women. Women don't like competitiveness, especially if it's coming from a so-called man that they would think or look at as a man. They don't like competitiveness from a man, especially on fucking looks. Yes, you got women in the man's work field now. You got women pushing diesels. You got women in the warehouses and forklifting and pallet jacks and doing all type of manly type work. Yes, but we're talking about when it comes to attractiveness, when it comes to comfortability of her being able to be led by you fellas. They don't want a dude that's in the mirror more than them. They don't want a bitch made dude that's in that motherfucking mirror more than them. This is how women are, fellas. This is how they think. So why are you guys going against the nature of women? You're going against the nature of women by acting like them, standing in the mirror and trying to get your shit groomed up and looking pretty and glamorous and all that type of shit when that's for them. No, don't be a dirty guy. Don't be a dirty nail, dirty toenails, and breath funky and all type of shit. Not taking it back. Not keeping yourself in order type guy. Be a man. Be presentable. That's sexy to a woman. That speaks volumes. That speaks loud to a woman. That gives her the value that she's looking for up out of a man. You know what I'm saying? When you're just presentable in a masculine form. Just be that way, fellas. Get your hair cut, get groomed up. You know what I'm saying? Get your beard lined up. If you keep your shit lined up every 3 days, every week. Some people like to, especially if they're bald headed, they like to shave their head pretty much every day or every other day because, keeping their shit fresh and clean or whatever. That's okay. That's cool. That's you staying groomed. But when you go as far as you taking 5-6 hours in the motherfucking house getting ready for something like a bitch, you in the mirror like a bitch, 24/7, you in the bathtub or in the shower, a motherfucking whole 45 minutes to an hour and shit like you. What the fuck are you? What are you doing? Think about these things, fellas. You know what I'm saying? That's you playing within your looks, thinking that's gonna get you in the door, thinking that's gonna keep you in the door, thinking that that's the game when it's not the game. It's rainbow shit. Hold up, who is this? Noble Kalopoulos. Stay up, player. This is Internet Dad. Yeah, I don't know who Internet Dad is. Noble. I'm gonna call you Noble. I'm not calling no motherfucking man Dad, fellas. I'm the motherfucking. I call myself. My motherfucking kids call me Dad, and I don't even call myself that. Yeah, I make a bitch call me that shit when I'm busting that motherfucker, clapping them cheeks. And my kids make Daddy or whatever the case. Oh shit. I'm not calling another man Dad, but shouts out to you, man, and shit. I wouldn't want you to call another man Dad, and I don't even call my father Dad. What the fuck? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to Noble. He up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have to be nowhere, but he up in here, fellas. I see that he's probably new over here. I never seen him over here. He probably been coming through, checking me out, being watching certain videos, but not made himself real presentable over here. His presence to be known, but he is here today. Now his presence is known, fellas. We gonna acknowledge that. Shouts out to him. You dig? Let's get back to this damn game. Y'all know what it is, but shouts out to Pedro and Noble. Like, share, and subscribe at the PayPal, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Get at me in Rumble. Get at me on the Patreon. Get at me in the membership button. And also, fellas, hit that notification bell so you can stay alerted on these videos when I go live. Let's get that popping. Now, fellas, putting your all into your looks will give you the ability to think that that's what it is. Because most men play on their childhood. Most men play off, not on, but most men play off their childhood. That's what I meant to say. Most men play off their teenage, adolescent years. You know what I'm saying? When they, had that, pretty boy look, or he's cute. You know what I'm saying? Those type of looks. You know what I'm saying? Everything was at its purest form because you haven't experienced life. You haven't experienced paying bills. You haven't experienced having children. You haven't experienced trying to find a roof and keeping over your head, trying to find a job that you like and keep to it, trying to find a career that suits you, or trying to start a business to get off the ground. You haven't went through these things that actually matures you into a masculine form to know that you can be um, you can be sophisticated in controlling everything that's coming at you as a man. That gives you the growth, fellas. That gives you the growth spurts with your looks. That gives you the growth spurts with your body, and you adding in working out and trying to, eat right, things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to stay somewhat healthy, fellas. Just living your life and growing as a man gives you your looks. You know what I'm saying? It develops who you are. You're not gonna always have that teenage look. You're not gonna have that childhood kid look. That shit diminishes and it fades after a while, fellas. Life has its levels. You know, don't blame me, don't blame others, blame God. Don't even blame the plastic surgeon. Don't blame none of these infomercials that sell you all this facial cream bullshit, fellas. Blame God. And you can't blame him. Why? It's because he's the end all be all. And he's giving you the structure of life to where you gotta go through pretty soon, you know. In a minute, fellas, if you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s or whatever, whatnot, towards your 50s and 60s, you gonna that look going somewhat diminish, and you're gonna move into a more mature, older, senior type look. Those things come in play, fellas. That's life. Now, when you take that and you go against that by thinking that you should stay this pretty boy, or I should do something to make my looks look more presentable to women. I don't want to get old. I want to stay young and all this type of shit. Or I want to arch my eyebrows. I want to do this, pluck the nose in my hairs. I want to, you know, pluck the hairs out my nose, out my ears, and I want to do all these type of things. And you know, this is what's gonna captivate a woman all the way through. You sadly fucked up. All the way through, you sadly fucked up. Fellas, women don't have your lens. They don't view the opposite sex and view life the way you view life and view the opposite sex or whatever. They don't look at you like you think that they look at you, or like you would so-called wanna think that they look at you. That's not the case. No. They look for a man, someone that's totally opposite of them. So if they in the mirror, keeping themselves up, makeup, and trying to look presentable because they know that's the catch, and they know what guys go off of, because typically, fellas, guys follow what they see, and women follow what they hear. You know, that's what it is. Typically, these things are true. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman if a guy is following what he's seeing, then she's got to do what? She got to be in the mirror. She got to be her best. She got to be her utmost. You know what I'm saying? And by her being her utmost, she can pull in what? The guys that she thinks she can attract. She can pull in betas. She can pull in tricks. She can pull in guys she's sexy attracted to as well. She can pull. She can have her pick of the litter and fucking with different guys because of the way she looks. You know, she arch up those titties and, you know, prep her ass up, and she's in something nice and fitting and got the makeup to smell good and all these things to get you, to captivate you, fellas, because she know you naturally, me, all of us men are naturally eye appealing. We go off what's appealing to the eye. You dig? Now, if a motherfucker was 400 something pounds, had a big flat ass, and you know what I'm saying, you know, so suffering from that shit they call ass tears. You know, what that shit called ass tears. Yeah, ass smaller than her stomach is or whatever. And there was some shit they used to say back then that ass is some shit. There was a little joke, and bitch, you know, one of them out of shape. You know, just ain't your cup of tea. You know, she don't do it for you type of shit, fella. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She can stay in the mirror all day, all night long. You still ain't gonna get up on it. You still ain't gonna fuck with it because you pick and choose who you want to fuck with. So you going off those who look in a certain way, and since you're going off those who look in a certain way, they know what you're going off of, and they gonna look that certain way to get your attention and to captivate you. That's what it is, fellas. Now let's reverse that. You're in the mirror 24/7. You're prepping yourself up for a woman. You're looking, got the freshest fucking cut ever. You know, got the black shit sprayed in your head. You nigga got the line up after that, so you got the crispy pencil line, and you got the nose hair, and you plucked all the way out to where this is you every day. And you know what I'm saying? You scared to break a sweat because you think that if you break a sweat, it's gonna throw off your scent of your cologne and the way you are, and those ain't gonna like you, which is really beta ass shit because you really thinking about what others think about you. That's why you go this far. That's why you got your metrosexual guys. You know what I'm saying? They really think about what others think about them. You dig? And they fail that way. And they also fail being that metrosexual motherfucker standing in the mirror emulating a bitch. You get what I'm saying? And now, when you're doing these things as a man, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing what she's doing as a man, she's not going to look at you and be, oh, God. He got the biggest chest. He got the biggest pecs. He got the biggest triceps and biceps, his forearms, and the motherfucking neck stiff like Mike Tyson's neck back in the '80s and all that shit. When that motherfucker was knocking shit out. You know what I'm saying? He's just got that sexiest stance built, and I got the taste by. No, that ain't how women look at that. That's how y'all look at them. So you being in the mirror, fellas, isn't your game. That's where you fell at. You thinking that your looks, and when I say looks, I'm talking about everything that personifies you. You know what I'm saying? It could be your aura. You know what I'm saying? Because if you in the mirror, you got this aura of trying to look good, you got this pretty boy aura around you. Oh, I want to be this person. That aura set off a red flag in a lot of women. A lot of women that want their back banged out. A lot of women that want to be fucked aggressively by a fucking man. A lot of women that want to be led by a man. A lot of women that wants to be under that man's tutelage and his submissiveness. She that throws that off, and that's a red flag. Why? Because you're coming off as a prissy, weak ass fucking male. I should say that. You get what I'm saying? So that throws it off. Yes, you got your women that fucks with those pretty boy type dudes that want to look pretty and want to be in a mirror 24/7 or whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna keep it real with you fellas. Again, I want to throw no YouTube chill, throw no throw no bullshit and say these old things, man. But a lot of them look at guys as a friend. Even though they fucking with them, they still look at them as a friend. And in a lot of cases, they a lot of them look at them as a soft ass friend, like a more you know what I'm saying, like a more effeminate or some shit, you know what I'm saying, type of man. So when they looking at it like that, then they can have control and power over a relationship, because they can talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way, because you're afraid to break your character, because you're trying to stay in this stance of being pretty and being you totally engulf into your look. So you're trying to stay in that stance and you won't break the character and being a man. And they like to fuck with guys like that just as well, because they more controlling over guys like that. You know what I'm saying? You borderline really is her motherfucking hey best friend, if you get what I'm saying. Whole ass nigga. Pedro again in this motherfucker. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Hit the Patreon, hit the super chat, hit the Rumble, hit the membership button, hit the PayPal, the Cash App. The links are in the chat. Link lit up, fellas. Come fuck with me. Get at me in the Gmail. Hit the notification bell. Let's get this shit popping. Let's get it popping. Pedro, what he said, right, Casey? Guys are pushing that towards that rainbow line, getting pedicures on their hands and shit with their chicks. Oh yes, yeah. Oh man, I went into remember I went to go pick up my daughter one time. I went into a nail shop, the nail shops and shit. Hair and nails, beauty salon. That's what I mean. I be forgetting the names, fellas. That's yeah. I be forgetting those names. I'm a man, fella. So yeah. But I went to go pick her up one time, and it was time for school, around school time. I actually dropped her off to get her hair done, her nails done, thing, getting her prepped for school. Did a little school shopping for my daughter and shit, and went to go pick her up. And when I went to go pick her up, she was like, "Daddy, my daughter know who I am. She know what type of guy I am since birth. You know what I'm saying? She know I'm masculine all the way through. She like, like she's been raised on me and my tutelage, so she don't even that's not even fascinating to her. She like, yeah, this dude over here with his girlfriend getting they getting their nails and their feet done together. I'm like, what? She like, yeah. When we was leaving, I'm like, where? And she showed. I'm like, oh man. I said, let's go, man. I said, I can't believe this shit. This nigga had his feet cocked up in the air with this bitch. Nigga next to him, nigga. I'm like, oh man, hell no. Niggas think, and it was this bitch idea. Shit. Listen, guys getting male makeup. Like, what are they doing? Yeah, they into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Pedro the New Era. Hell no, I would not have Mike Tyson stiff neck ass in the I would not have Mike Tyson stiff neck ass in the 80s. Yeah, fuck that shit. That nigga there for stupid shit. That's why it was hard to knock him out. That motherfucking neck was stiff as fuck. Nigga pretty much breaking their wrist trying to hit that motherfucker. And they used to work that neck out strong, nigga. Like real shit. Mike Tyson's neck was a fool. He used to do that neck rolly on the ground. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his old videos, you'll see that shit. But I remember it when I was younger. He was doing that shit. Like on HBO specials and shit back then, when HBO had the boxing and they used to present the boxings all the time. If you old enough, you remember. Yeah, they used to show the training and before the fight, after the fight, you know, behind the scenes and all that type of shit. So yeah, you should see that shit. Once again, shouts out to Pedro. Shouts out to the homie Pedro. You did Noble. Shouts out to Noble. Again with the $5 super chat, the $5 holler. Shouts out to him. You know, he didn't have to send that, but he did. And we're gonna show him love for that. I'm usually dressed clean. Matrix, man. Go anywhere and get respect / management's position. I act normal. Went gang bang blue cause girls in BK, New York were wet today. What? Are you from New York? Shouts out to the East Coast, man. Yeah, the BK, you in the Bronx. No, that's the BK. Yeah, that's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn. I'm saying the Bronx. I'm tripping. You in Brooklyn. Yeah, shouts out to New York and shouts out to Brooklyn, man. Shouts out to Biggie Smalls, man. He rests. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, you know. I think Jay-Z's from Brooklyn. I know back in the 90s, nigga, shit, when we was kids, nigga, shit, Brooklyn had a reputation, boy. I was teen. I'm not a kid. I was a teenager, basically. I was like 16, 17, 15, 16, 17. 99 I was 17, so 15, 16. We used to hear about Brooklyn, bro. Like nigga, Brooklyn was the stick up Mecca, nigga, in the United States, bro. Niggas there in Brooklyn wasn't no joke. Nigga, you come up there, you ain't from there, nigga, you getting your ass laid down. Hell, niggas was from Brooklyn was getting laid down, nigga. Taking your shit like it wasn't nothing. You talking about snatch cat, nigga, chain snatching, and nigga, I think Brooklyn probably invented that shit. Shouts out to nigga, they was a motherfucker, bro. Let me see. No, what he say? NYC, Long Island. Oh, you in Long Island? Okay. Okay, shouts out to Long. I think Long Island is outside of Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. It ain't not. Yeah, it's not a borough. Staten Island. I'm thinking about island. Staten Island is a borough. Okay, I got you. Long Island. Shouts out to Long Island just as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are places, man. I done did time, man, with dudes from the East Coast, West Coast, the South. You know what I'm saying? And been around a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? And boy, New York, bro. Some fast, them some slick motherfuckers, bro. They slick, bro. They fast as fuck too, bro. But they slick too, man. Like a motherfucker, man. But shouts out to them, man, because you know what I'm saying. I know Brooklyn, nigga, was bad back then. You know what I'm saying. I think it got together now. More than likely, it got together like everywhere else in the United States. They'd regentrified and put us, our people, you know, us. It's in the United States, you know. They'd pushed us, you know what I'm saying, black, browns and shit. You know what I'm saying. They'd regentrified, and some of our areas ain't the areas no more. Places that we grew up and known and had remembrance of home to. You know what I'm saying. We can't even go back. You know what I'm saying. But if you go into these little towns and some of these little scattered out places and all that shit, nigga, they can always go back to their memory, nigga. That shit's still there. Shit still look ancient, old, and all type of. These motherfuckers still got their shit, nigga. It's like, yeah, I better pay attention to that shit, bro. All that shit is part of fucking with your mind brain. I mean, your membrane, part of your mind and shit. You know, fucking with the way you remember things and how you came up and your nostalgic to actually having the comforts of going back to where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And those things are stripped away from us. So, yeah, that's crazy. But shouts out to Noble. Yeah. Put on a blue bandana, blue sunglasses, blue pants. Girls went crazy. Yeah, shouts out to it. Yeah, I come from the blue area. I know the background, you know what I'm saying? Hoovers and shit, you know. Come from the area down in my neighborhood. I'm just older now. I don't present that, but I come from that, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to that flag. You already know what it do. Noble. No, we ain't NYC, but Jay-Z and Biggie and Nas from Long Island. Busta Rhymes too. I thought they was from Brooklyn. They from Long Island. What you mean? I thought Jay-Z's from Marcy. You think he's from Bed-Stuy? Think no, Nas from Queens. Think Nas from Queens. Or they just saying this shit in their music when all along they are from different spots. Oh, okay. Same island, different laws. Okay, okay, I got you. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, shouts out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to him. But yeah, man, I want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to implant that shit in your brain, man. You know, make it a part of your wardrobe, like, you know, make it a part of your life. You like to wear nice fragrances. Make it just like that, fellas. Have that shit on you, fellas, to know that your looks don't matter. You know, your looks ain't the game. You know what I'm saying? What's the game is you. The game is you being you. You know, just you being you. You know what I'm saying? When you and the epitome of you being you, fellas, is not worrying about what the next person think. Moving the way you move. That right there got its own world of attraction and attractiveness and sexiness, you know, within itself. Remember, you can't get every bitch on the earth, but you can get your portion. You can definitely get your portion, and to maintain your portion, and to know you got your portion, and to know that that's there, fellas. You got to just be you. You can't go off no motherfucking looks. I'm telling you. Let me see. BK is on Long Island. Okay. Nas is on. Okay. 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 I got you. Huh. That's how I set up. Even though they're in different neighborhoods, it's still on Long. Okay. I got you. In different sections, it's still on Long Island. Huh, I never knew that. And that's you learn something every day. I never knew that, bro. And I'm 43. I never knew that one. But you learn something every day. Shouts out to Noble for the game. You dig? You got to learn the game. You know, shouts out to him. You know. But yeah, shouts out to Young Noble. Shouts out to Pedro. I'm about to get up out of here. I got things to do, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do. And don't forget, fellas, to hit the like, share, subscribe when you're getting up out of here. That shit is free. That shit is free. Shouts out to Noble again for the $5 holler, the $5 super chat. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate you, bro. Shouts out to Pedro for coming up in here. You know I appreciate him, man. You know what I'm saying? He keeps it all the way real. He day one just as well as Trent Trader. Brian B. Hold up. Let me see. Noble. Smell good too. Yeah. Have your shit, you know, be presentable, because that's lost. The art of actually smelling good, fellas, is kind of lost. A lot of guys don't be trying to smell good no more. They just move and groove. I keep like 30 bottles or 20 some bottles, different fragrances. The fragrances that I like, not every fragrance. Like I said, it got to be appealing to me. Then I fuck with it. Other than that, yeah, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? We can make it right on a red light. What you mean? Out in the city, you can't. Huh? You can make it right on a red. Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. But shouts out to Noble and shouts out to Pedro. Once again, man, you know, once again, y'all see the links there, fellas. Get at me. I'm about to get up out of here. I got things to do, but shouts out to you guys for coming in. And anybody else is new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe, fellas, and get this around. Let's get this game and be a part of this, you know, this game, you know, that we got going on over here, man. And I fuck with you guys like a motherfucker, man. And that's real game. Until next time, fellas, I'm about this bitch. I salute. Holla.